You know,
You don't
Rohit
want the
Sharma
top
did
three to be
mention that
batting at.
we are a team and a system that gives everybody a chance, and we give the chance to people to raise their hands and say, I'm also somebody who can do this. And he said that, over the last few months, several people have done that. And therefore, it is a problem of plenty for them. And everybody has performed in whatever role or whatever challenge was thrown to them. He also said, Babar said his playing 11 is more or less set. Rohit Sharma said his playing 11 is not set. He kept it a surprise. So we don't know. As you said, there could be some surprises up their sleeve. But speaking of the Rohit Sharma, I put a question to both Rohit and Babar, the two talismanic captains for both the arch rivals. And this is what they had to say when they looked back at that World Cup clash between the two. Listen in. For a rivalry like India-Pakistan, how much did the loss in the last match in a World Cup, which was our first loss to Pakistan in a World Cup, hang on the team? Even though it's been some time, does that still get discussed and looked back at? And before this clash, do things from that match get talked about of what went wrong and things like that?
We do talk about our losses. There's no doubt. I mean, that's how we want to improve as a team. What we didn't do right, what we did right, and of course that loss did hurt us at that point. But I think it's been a while since that game has been played. So for us, we've got another challenge in front of us now, and there's no point thinking about that loss at the moment. We need to think what we didn't do as a team, particularly on that night. And since then, we've played a lot of games. We've tried to correct those mistakes in the games that we played after that.
बाबर आपने बोला कि ज्यादा गर्मी नहीं है इंडिया पाकिस्तान क्लैश की. पिछली बार तो आपने पहला वर्ल्ड कप मैच जीता है इंडिया के खिलाफ जो लास्ट मैच था. तो अब की बार तो आपका बिल्डअप बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. आप तो अंडर प्ले कर रहे हो क्लैश को, आप उसको यूज नहीं कर रहे हो पिछले मैच को.
वो देखें, वो मैच गुजर गया. अब नया मैच आ रहा है और नई कंडीशंस है और नए मैचेस हैं और बिल्कुल कॉन्फिडेंस होता है. और ये नहीं कि हम बड़ी बड़ी बातें करें. ज़रूरी नहीं है बड़ी बातों से कुछ होता है. मेरे ख्याल से जितना आप ग्राउंड में अपने आप को दिखाएंगे उतना ज़्यादा अच्छा है.
All right. So you heard both captains there of what they make of how they're going to, how they're going to be affected by the last match, which was, whatever said and done, Kiran More, it was a pretty bad loss for India. They lost face really, and it wasn't a great campaign for them anyways. Possibly where Virat Kohli's big miseries really started, and now it is a chance almost a year later for him to revive back, and everybody's eyes are on him. But how much do you think this match will depend on both captains, Kiran? Rohit versus Babar. Both are going to be very crucial for their teams, isn't it?
See, for Rohit, he's a new captain of Indian team. The last time Virat Kohli was captaining, and Rohit is, he's won so many IPL trophies, and he's a very shrewd captain. He doesn't show much. He's a cool guy, and he's a quality player. And Baba Azam as well. He's one of the top international players in world cricket. I think you see after so many Pakistani cricketers, he looks a solid player. And you see, he played in press conference, he did very nicely. I said, you don't have to talk too much. You need to show everything on the pitch, and that's what he's going to do that, And it's going to be an interesting contest. And talk about Virat Kohli. See, Virat Kohli is a quality player, and Shivani is a bio bubble thing. I have been through that bio bubble, not playing, but as a support staff and spending a lot of time. It's not easy mentally, and I feel that Virat got affected up because of that. I feel that every cricketer played, but some players have got affected really. And I thought, and I feel that this Asia Cup, you will see a different Virat Kohli, and I want him back. He's a legend. He has performed very well, and and India especially want Virat Kohli back in special good form.
Yes. Kiran, you're so on the money, because even Rohit today talked about how mental fitness, and especially post-COVID, everybody, he said, has been through so much that mental fitness, Nikhil, has become extremely important. And as much as you talk about physical fitness when a player comes back, let's say after an injury or after a layoff or after a bad patch of form, today it is mental fitness and clarity that people are talking about.
Shivani is very important. we talk about mental fitness, and especially in sport, to go out there to try and follow your processes, as there's a lot of concentration involved in it. If you stop enjoying your day out when you're on the park, it's like going through the motion. And in sport, you need to be controlling your emotions, you need to be controlling your processes, because you can't control the result. And so you need to be 100% out there mentally. And I think Virat coming after a break, some of our other senior guys coming after a break, Rohit coming after a break, he had that brief break as well. It makes a world of a difference. And I know you just come back from a break as well. So that mental freshness is very important to go out there and be at your best.
Okay, I wanted to ask you again a question that was posed to the Pakistani captain today. The fact that this match is happening in Dubai, and Dubai is a happy hunting ground for Pakistan. Of course, they beat India here last time around for their historic win. Do you think that is going to play a part?
Yes, I think that's a big psychological advantage that they have, because they know that they've done so well on these grounds, or this ground particularly, and against India, the massive victory that they enjoyed last time in the T20 World Cup. So that's going to be a big advantage. I also just wanted to make the point that Babar Azam is, in my opinion, and by consensus, is being touted as the best all-format batsman in the world today. So there's pressure on him to perform to his potential or his reputation, and of course also lead the team. But it also means that people or players like Virat Kohli, in 2019 World Cup, ODI World Cup, Virat Kohli was top of the pops, and Babar Azam was somebody aspiring to break into the big four. Today, Babar Azam is perhaps the luminary there, with Joe Root. Virat Kohli and Kane Williamson are not in that preeminent position. But Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant, there are so many other players from India who could get into or break into that Fab Four or the Big Four club, as we call it. So Babar Azam is also going to feel the heat. It's not as difficult to reach the higher pedestal as to remain there and maintain that position. And I think Babar, in that sense, will be feeling that heat. If he does well in this situation, then hats off to him.
Yeah, absolutely. He will have